In his meandering news conference last week, President Biden repeated, as he often does, a bit of ancient advice from his father: if everything is equally important to you, nothing is important to you. He was referring to his decision to withdraw from Afghanistan, but the maxim also applies to his confrontation with Russian President Vladimir Putin over Ukraine. For Putin, Ukraine is national security problem number one. Without Ukraine as a satellite, Russia is a diminished giant. Ukraine isn't a military threat to anyone, but a successful democratic government in Kyiv, especially one that yearns to align itself with NATO, would give Russians a dangerous alternative model to Putin's authoritarian regime. For Biden, meanwhile, Ukraine is only one of many foreign policy problems, and it's not the top of his list. The president wants to focus on confronting China and reviving traditional alliances, not defending Kyiv. That's why Biden set out early last year to build what he called a stable and predictable relationship with Putin. He didn't want Russia to be a problem. Putin, alas, had other ideas. Stable and predictable didn't work for him. He doesn't like a status quo in which Ukraine keeps inching toward the West. Nor does he relish being taken for granted. The result is an asymmetric crisis. Despite Russia's denials, Putin's troop buildup near Ukraine is clearly a threat to invade, but neither the United States nor any other country is willing to use military force in response. Instead, Biden has warned that an invasion will result in massive economic sanctions against Moscow, but as he acknowledged inartfully last week, other NATO countries haven't agreed on all the details. When the president added, in a distressingly imprecise Bidenism, that a minor incursion by Russia might not draw a massive Western response, that was undeniably a gaffe, one his aides spent the rest of the week trying to clean up. But it fit Michael Kinsley's classic definition: a gaffe is when a politician tells the truth, some obvious truth he isn't supposed to say. By the end of the week, Biden's misstep, slightly clarified, had become U.S. policy. Russia has an extensive playbook of aggression short of military action, including cyberattacks and paramilitary tactics, Secretary of State Antony J. Blinken said Friday after meeting with Russia's foreign minister.